Hi, my name is Adria Crum. It's May the 29th, 2020, and this is Elemental Beauty. Just checking in. Um, Today has been a real horrible day. I feel like I have absolutely no emotions because everything has just gone crazy in the world. Currently, we have the coronavirus, which is still hanging in there, and I can't believe that we are still dealing with this after months and months. Spiritually, it's really just not a great feeling to be dealing with all of this. And even worse, to lower the vibration even more, there's so much hate out there, racism, and all sorts of craziness going on, protests, everything is just totally in upheaval. Meanwhile, in the background, God knows what's going on. It's got to be something sinister because whenever there's stuff like this going on, there's always something else going on as well. So, sitting around just thinking about how this looks and how everything is going to work. I'm not sure how we're going to get back to work because there's no vaccine and people seem really anxious to go take a train or a bus or whatever and just hang out with each other. And I'm like, what is that about? I know people need interaction and I know people need each other, but it's really kind of crazy right now. Speaking of going out, I mean, I know most people, because of all of the civil unrest in Minnesota and pretty much a lot of big cities because of the killing of this black man, Floyd, who was just murdered in cold blood by an officer, and nobody knows what to do about that because we're not sure that this is going to resolve in any positive fashion. With all this deep seated angry energy, I still look to my meditation to see if I can't lighten the mood. I mean, you have to lighten the mood when you're in this type of situation. There's just no way that you can keep this intense, deep, dark energy up. This just would just eat you up, spit you out. So my concept is literally like every 5, 10, 15 minutes, whenever I can get a bit of an alone time, I just sit and meditate for a couple of minutes and what I call gradually step it up. I figure it this way, when you realize that this is going to be a really rough year. 2020 is really a rough year. Lots happened. It is literally May. That's 5 months in. And the world is turned upside down. By November, I am just not sure how things are going to be. I'm expecting a zombie apocalypse any minute now. I can't imagine anything but I just don't know. Everything is so odd at the moment. I figured that, honestly, what are you going to do but to try to raise your own vibration? That's all you can do with this. Raising your own vibration, trying to be happier, looking at happy things, watching happier type TV programs, listening to happy podcasts. Mine's a little down at the moment, but it won't always be that way. I don't like being down as much as the next person. And in general, I think just trying to keep things light at a time when things are really heavy. That's the way it's got to be. I decided to do this video just because I really wanted to see how everything would come out when my brain was just kind of unleashed in a video form. I know I always have something to say. Sometimes I don't always want to say it. I think everybody is that way nowadays. I think that just is the way. But I digress. Lately, I find myself becoming very emotional for the oddest reasons. I think that emotions are just very fragile at the moment. Every now and then, I always go back to what one of my teachers told me. She said to me, whenever you want to feel a higher vibration or feel satisfied or happier, just look to animals because they naturally make people feel that way. And I believe that's the reason why everybody has pets, gerbils, and cats, and dogs, and whatever you're into. I think that, just sitting with your animal and just talking to them and having them look at you just gives you the best feeling ever, the most feeling of calm and happiness. And if you don't have an animal, hey, there is always other people. Other people, especially if they have beautiful vibrations and just great demeanors, they can help you and bring you right up. Just talking to them, even if it's for 5 minutes, you never know. So definitely in times like this, I think of just a couple of ways to make myself a little lighter and happier and, well, just in general, not in this major funk that everybody's in. What do you do to make yourselves happier? Just drop me a little line below. This will be I think, a very long series of videos on different topics, and I will also be adding it to my podcast, which I think is freaking awesome. I'm hoping that whatever develops out of this is positive and uplifting and maybe adds just a little more spark and flash to mankind. Short enough, but I think I'm done for now. See you guys next time.